Hello and welcome to this lesson on how to realistically make $6,000 in under 30 days, even with no previous experience. And let's just jump right into it because this is going to be a very important lesson because it lays the groundwork for everything else that we'll cover in this course, and more importantly, how you choose to set up your business. In fact, I'll just say it, this is probably the most important lesson in the entire course because it helps you decide your entire business model, which means how much time it takes you to grow it, how much money you'll make, and everything. So every single lesson that follows this one is going to be based on what you decide as a result of this lesson. Because of that, this lesson might be a touch long, but it's important. And in fact, once you get to the end, I've got a special offer for you that I think you'll really like. But enough build up. Good, great, on we go. Be sure to put me in 2x speed so that we are zooming through this, okay? We're gonna cover the different agency models for you to consider, the evolution of the digital marketing agency and my preferred model, and then also how you can make $6,000 in 30 days with an exact breakdown, okay? So question for you. How much do you want to get involved? This is your first decision that you've got to make. This is your business. This isn't a job where you're being told what to do. This is you setting up a business to provide an income for yourself by helping other clients grow their businesses, helping other business owners. You need to first decide how much you're going to get involved. But let me clarify something. This is a real, fully functioning business. At least at the beginning, you're going to have to work hard. No matter how awesome the business model is, no business just sprouts out of nothing. You can't reap what you don't sow. Hope that's not a shocker for you. But once it's going, how much you choose to remain involved is up to you. For some, the idea of running an agency is really fun. They want to go all in, maybe even have an office with employees, and that means, Friday afternoon pizza parties, whatever that means. For others, it's much more of a means to an end. They only run it as a way to pay for what they want to do, like more of a lifestyle business. For me personally, I've bounced around somewhere in the middle over those years. I've never had an office that I go to, and at some points I've been very involved in growing it, and at other points, especially during the summer months when my kids are on vacation and I want to spend more time with them, I'm not as involved. And that's the magic of this kind of business. When you set it up correctly, which is what I'm about to show you, you buy yourself a great deal of freedom. But make no mistake, it takes work, hard work, okay? So we're talking about Clone My Business. That's the entire name of the course. The entire name of this business right here is because it's called Clone My Business, I wanted to let you know what I myself am doing with my own business. So note, you do not have to copy my business exactly. Everything I lay out in this course is to give you the foundation for your own agency, whatever you want that to look like. It still gives you full control of every aspect of your business with the highest profit margins, and allows you to focus on driving revenue and get on top of your business, all without having to create a ton of systems or a large team. What I'm about to share with you now is what I feel, especially after being in the game for over a decade now at this point, is the perfect model. It's what I'm personally doing right now and will be for the foreseeable future. It also lays out why my business has plateaued there for a little while and then has grown to a whole nother level, even with all the craziness over the last couple of years, like starting in 2020. And I'm going to warn you, what I'm about to share with you is totally biased because I've been there, done that for over almost 14 years now, and I know what works. I can save you a ton of time and a ton of money if you follow what I'm about to share. But first, let's go on a quick history lesson, right? The evolution of the digital marketing agency. In the olden days, it was enough to simply be able to help businesses with their online marketing needs. But the internet has evolved along with the tools, including AI, and simply posting something online to drive business in the real world doesn't work the way it used to. In fact, there's been somewhat of an evolution to what this looks like. So it started off with a freelancer. This is the internet expert, quote unquote. It usually is just one person, maybe a partnership, and they're I can do website, social media, etc., whatever you need done online. They usually do everything themselves, and they're limited to how many hours are in the day. In other words, they trade time for money. This is why in the first lesson of the course, I stressed that this is not what this course is about. It's not a bad way to break free from a job, but it's not a great way to run a business. In fact, many service-based businesses, even when they have a large staff, are stuck in this rut. They're just trading time for money. And personally, this is how I started off this way, because I actually didn't know any better. But then I evolved my business in the second year to be, number 2, an all-in-one agency. This is the agency that can do it all because they have a pretty good system and teams in place to do the work. So by the time I took off to live in Mexico together with my family, this is what was happening. This kind of agency might take on any kind of client because maybe they haven't niched down, but they have a pretty good way of making sure the services happen month after month for their clients. Through good systems and staff, they're able to focus on sales and can grow to a decent level of income, over 6 figures annually. Or whatever that means to you, 5 figures monthly or even 6 figures monthly, but it usually taps out around that level. This is the model that I used in my own business for years and years, and due to good customer service and results, I had pretty good client retention. That said, I was looking for a way to make sure we were doing as much as we could for our clients to really drive new business. So I evolved my agency into the next model. But I should first say that the all-in-one agency is not a bad model, and many digital marketing agencies, SMMAs, are still following this path. But they're quickly losing ground to the next model, which is number 3, a lead gen agency. These are digital marketing agencies who have figured out that showing an ROI, return on investment, is the most important factor when working with business owners. And spoiler alert, it is. You have to demonstrate your worth. These agencies are good at building funnels, running ads, tracking conversions, and even booking appointments for their clients. So unlike social media or SEO that have a harder time showing their ROI, it's not impossible, it's just more difficult. Lead gen agencies are able to prove it with every single booked appointment. And naturally, if you're a business owner and you're comparing two agencies, the agency that says they'll bring you guaranteed customers booked right into your calendar, well, it's going to be any agency that says, you should expect to see results in 3 to 6 months or so. Yeah, they're going to lose. Those are going to lose. Then if we're going another level up, there's the pure SaaS agency. This is an agency that just strictly provides software to the business owner to then do their own marketing online. This is SaaS means software as a service. That's what it stands for. And they don't offer services, like there's no labor, nobody doing anything, but only access to a digital suite of tools, right? Or a suite of digital tools. And in many ways, the SaaS is a superior model to many businesses out there, not just these agencies, but all businesses, because it offers a way to have monthly recurring revenue, strong margins, and the ability to scale to the moon. So think of Netflix. Think of tools like Asana, Salesforce, Podium, QuickBooks. They all give you access to software, and the workload on them doesn't change, and the margins are astronomical for them. So they provide a valuable tool for business owners, but they generally do not have staff actually doing any work for the business owner. They give the business owners the keys and let them drive. So many agencies that I know have shifted to this model, and they've dropped their services altogether. And it's great for the client because they have the tools that they need, and it's great for you, the SaaS agency owner, because you have very minimal staff and fantastic profit margins. You could literally have a one-person business making $20K, $30K, $50K a month or more, and you just focus on getting more users, quote-unquote users, not clients in this case, and then retaining those users or clients, month after month. There are two main downsides to a pure SaaS company. One is that there's a limit to which you can bill a user per month. It has to be worth it to the user. For example, you can't charge $5,000 a month for access to a website chat widget. That's just not going to work. So it has to be a volume play. The way that you make money is in the sheer amount of volume. Just think Netflix. They want 1 billion people giving them $10 a month, right? So same. The second challenge is that in the world of SaaS, there will always be a younger, hungrier company coming up that may cannibalize your users. So that said, both of those downsides can be mitigated if you pick a niche and then become the go-to expert in that industry. And then finally, number 5 is the SaaS agency. SaaS means software with a service, or vice versa. Basically, it means creating an agency that builds upon the power of software automation, but it's backed by the skill and personal care of dedicated human professionals, a team, right? So this is somewhat of a hybrid between pure SaaS and the all-in-one lead gen agency. It's bringing them together, bringing all the best of all those together while minimizing the downsides of any of them. I personally like this model because business owners are often clueless. So even with all the training videos and frequently asked questions of webinars in the world, getting them to use a new software tool like your SaaS can be challenging. They don't always have the time or interest in doing that. Sometimes they just plain want another human to do it all for them while they focus on what they do best. And because there's a human service element to it, the perceived value goes up so you can charge more. Also, it makes you harder to replicate by another SaaS company. So SaaS agencies are the one who can specialize in a certain niche, quickly scale up, and take on as many clients as they can reach, and quickly reach 6, 7, and 8 figures in annual revenue. Combine the power of SaaS systems with a good team. This is where you, the agency owner, can bring home 6-figure months while working a set amount of hours. You decide how much, if it's 10 hours a week or 10 hours a month, that is entirely up to you. That all sounds great, right? Phew, we're finally moving slides, right? But hopefully, I sold you on either the pure SaaS or the SaaS model. But here's the challenge. The more advanced you get with your systems, the more technical it becomes. You can use tools like Zapier and then connect multiple different softwares together, but your system can become super complicated, and you have to make sure that the pieces don't break. If one little piece breaks, your whole business can plummet, and then your clients are mad, and the whole thing happens. Another thing of starting your own SaaS is that it has a high learning curve, and it can be very costly and very time-consuming to build. Good developers charge big bucks, and rightfully so. They've got a hard job. So, not to leave you hanging, I do have the perfect solution for you, and it's a way to avoid all of the costs and challenges of your own SaaS, but still get all the benefits of a nice monthly recurring revenue, big profit margins, and scalability. My own story, like I mentioned previously, I evolved my own company into a lead gen agency, and it was working well. And then 2020 hit, and COVID hit, and we lost some clients. And even though they knew marketing online was the answer, they just weren't sure about the future of their business. And then some of my clients saw my agency as something that they just couldn't afford any longer. And others had to just close up shop entirely. I lost a fair amount of my clients that they were in the home services, and they literally couldn't go to people's houses or go in people's houses. And at least 3 or 4 of those guys that I know just ended up retiring early. They didn't want to, but they just retired early and moved to Arizona. So fortunately, the majority of our clients saw our value, but I really wanted to make sure that we were seen as a valuable partner, not an expense that could be cut. We needed to be something that was on the books every month, just without a doubt. So, in fact, at the second to last job that I ever had, my boss, who was the CEO of the company, used to always say, "You're either an asset or you're a liability. I fire liabilities." Now, more than ever, small to mid-sized businesses are watching every single one of their expenses, especially after COVID, right? If your marketing agency comes up in what they view as a liability, then you're going to get fired. Not a great way to build a business. And then you're going to say, "Sean, this doesn't work." And I promise you it does work, but you got to build it in the right way. And if you're not actually helping them generate new revenue, especially if you can't show that, then they're right to fire you. In the old model, I knew people who were charging $5,000 a month per client just to run social media campaigns. And that was without showing any direct correlation to revenue growth, which is crazy if you think about it. Business owners just did it because they thought they should. For me, I knew my agency needed to be deemed essential and, in fact, vital to any of our clients. I wanted a way to show a hard ROI, and that separating with us would be super painful for them. Basically, I wanted my agency to be an asset, not a liability. And as you think about your own agency, you have to always think in terms of constantly providing value. And most of all, these clients want you to help them make money, right? Marketing supports sales, sales grows a company. Strive to create a business that solves a real need in the market and make your services indispensable to the client. This means that you'll have a much longer retention with each client, which means bigger lifetime value, or LTV. And you're also going to get a lot more referrals from your happy clients. So always think, how can I help them make more money? The more money they make, the happier they are, and the longer they stay, and the more they refer you to others. It's a win for everybody involved. So the solution, how can you do that? Well, back to my own story, I believe that people are good, systems are better, and software is best. So no offense to any hardworking virtual assistants out there, but as a business owner, if you can swap out a human with software, you absolutely 100% should. I started looking for a way I could remove some of the burden from my team, automate more, get better results for my clients, and still scale up my business. And that's when I discovered, drumroll, HighLevel, or go HighLevel. I found it first when I was looking for an alternative solution to ClickFunnels, which I think is great, but HighLevel can do so much more. Basically, I rebuilt my agency on this platform, and I was able to migrate all of my current clients to the platform and then update their services, making them even better. And because I knew the systems, I knew the new systems and software were in place, doing their thing for our clients, I was able to concentrate on more sales, which is my favorite, and what I, as the business owner, should be focused on anyway. So since my renewed focus has been on showing a solid ROI, HighLevel has been perfect for us. For starters, it's all white labeled. In other words, they don't sell directly to business owners. They sell to agency owners like us who want access to fantastic software tools that they've already built, and all we have to do is turn around and offer it to our clients. Like literally swapping out our logo and ta-da, it looks like our software. We could stop there using the SaaS model, and it can be a great business. And in fact, there's a lot of agency owners now who are doing that, basically just selling subscriptions to their clients. And after some initial setup, which is super easy, they let HighLevel do all the heavy lifting. So you could realistically charge $500 a month per client, and then have a team member check in on them every once in a while. And then you could scale that up to 100 clients paying $500 a month, and you're making $50K a month. That's not too shabby, right? If you want to go the SaaS route, software with a service, you could connect the software, get them all set up, and then do a service like ads, and then you could realistically charge $1 to $2K a month for every single client. And in that case, you only need 50 clients at $1K or 25 clients at $2K a month to hit $50,000 a month in revenue. And again, that's with minimal work. There is work there, there's service, but you have software doing the big heavy part of that, okay? So at this point, you might be like, Sean, what does HighLevel even offer that's so great? Well, my simple answer is all of the stuff that business owners actually need. That's literally it. You can click on the link below and take a look for yourself, but in a nutshell, well, first, they offer the tools that businesses need to capture the traffic already happening. Tools like Google My Business Chat, website chat, landing pages, funnels, surveys, forms, and more. Then they offer ways to nurture those contacts into real leads via text marketing, SMS marketing, all-in-one inbox, and more. Then they offer tools to book those contacts with messaging, sequencing, calendars, and more. They even have a built-in CRM with a dashboard and pipeline so your clients can see what's going on at all times, and as well as you, because you become your own first client. And all of the clients don't ever have to worry if their agency is doing their work because they can see the results for themselves, right? One of the things that I love about HighLevel is one of the coolest tools they provide is what they call snapshots. And these are basically all of the campaign workflows that you need for key industries like dental, gym, home services, anyone that you could think of. You can do the work once with all the messaging, etc., and then simply create like a template or a snapshot, as they call it, and duplicate it across all new clients for every single new client you get. I don't know if this makes sense, but it's basically doing the work once and then copying and pasting for every single new client. It makes it so incredibly easy and so incredibly scalable. And more importantly, it allows you to focus on the main thing you should be focusing on, revenue. This is why the SaaS and SWAS model built on HighLevel is by far the best model I know for this business. It's what I've been doing, and like I said, it's the title of my course, Clone My Business. So I should say that by telling you about this, I'm technically creating my own competition. But There's more than enough opportunity out there. There are so many business owners that need your help right now. And if that was the case, I'd have a big problem. If that wasn't the case, I'd have a big problem because I've had this course up online since 2014, and I've had literally thousands of students go through it. So trust me, there's plenty of opportunity. Not to mention the fact that most of you viewing this video right now won't even, one, do anything about it, and two, understand the opportunity that's available for you right in front of your eyes. And I don't mean to sound rude at all. That's just the data that tells me that even if you give somebody the exact standard operating procedures, the exact game plan, blueprint, cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it, people still won't move forward. But some will, and hopefully you're one of the ones that will move forward. And before you know it, you've made your first $6K, and then your first $50,000 month, and then your first $100,000 month. And it'll blow your mind. And then you come back and you'll say, Sean, thank you so much. And I'll be like, hey, cool, let's go out for tacos. All right, moving on. If I were starting from scratch today, this is exactly what I would do. It's going to make you the most competitive by offering the best tools and services that clients really need. Because of that, you're going to make more money and faster and more money month after month. And even with one client, you could already be profitable right out of the gate, which I'll show you in just a moment. Right away, it helps you minimize the time that you have to focus on setting up service, creating systems, and building a team. And don't worry, the course will show you how to do all of that, but think of this model as your business fast pass. And man, oh man, do I wish this existed when I first got started. So, as I've already mentioned, back in 2010, when I started a service-based digital marketing agency, basically a social media marketing agency. And basically, I charged someone a monthly retainer and got monthly work done for them, like websites and content marketing, SEO, social, and all that. I grew and added virtual assistants to do the work for me while I focused on sales, and it was great. It was a great business that allowed me time and money freedom to do cool stuff, like live abroad with, in other countries with my family. But then, like I mentioned, in 2020, the world changed and clients became more conscious than ever with their marketing budgets. So when I discovered HighLevel, I immediately switched everything over. I still have all of my legacy clients with monthly services, but all new clients come in via the SaaS hybrid model. So if you're going to clone my exact business, then this is exactly how it breaks down. Number one, HighLevel. Of course, I've been talking about it a lot. I run everything on HighLevel white labeled. This gives me the ability to offer a tremendous all-in-one marketing suite of tools to business owners, my clients, with tools like websites, funnels, forms, surveys, SMS, newsletter, email marketing, AI, chatbot, CRM, pipeline, just a whole ridiculous amount of stuff. It's so crazy valuable to business owners who need these tools. And once they see that they can use these tools themselves in their own businesses to make more money, they become lifelong clients. Or let's just say I haven't had any power users yet that have dropped off. The tools are very sticky, which is great for you because it means lots of monthly recurring revenue. MRR, that's the golden ticket. And in case you've never heard of white label before, it basically means that you can stick your business name and a logo on the software and act like it's 100% yours. In fact, HighLevel doesn't mind it. It's what they want. This means that you get to offer business owners super valuable tools and you do zero software development yourself. In fact, every successful agency I know has made the switch, and most of them have gone straight to the SaaS mode. And many of them no longer even offer services, but just run on the pure SaaS model. So instead of doing services for clients, they just offer support. And as the saying goes, support is easier than services. So if you're not a techie like me, running support can be tricky, which is the second part of my business, number 2. I run client support through HL Pro Tools. Again, white labeled. I'm the last person to know and understand software, but fortunately, I don't have to. The team at HL Pro Tools does all of the heavy lifting for me. Because it's white labeled, they act as my company when they chat with my clients. This means my clients are well supported 24/7, and I do zero support myself, all for one monthly bill to HighLevel or HL Pro Tools, right? This means you don't have to know how to do everything yourself. In fact, you could know very little about it, and it wouldn't matter because you're never going to have to answer a single question yourself. You'll just direct all questions to your support desk, which is connected to the team at HL Pro Tools. So if your company is called Purple Frog Marketing, they act as support reps from Purple Frog Marketing. And I hope you're starting to see how powerful this is, right? White labeled software, white labeled support. And now the third part of this is UpHex. UpHex is another amazing high-level add-on that basically offers clients the ability to run Facebook and Instagram ads in 3 clicks. And at the time of this recording, they're working on integrating Google ads as well. So maybe by the time you see this, they'll even have Google ads in there. This is amazing because it integrates seamlessly with HighLevel. It's just added right into it. And it makes it super easy to run ads without having to log into the dreaded Facebook Manager, right? They even have AI tools now that help create all of the copy and creative your clients need. This means that even the busiest business owner can whip up some ads super fast and drive almost immediate business. And by the way, you can use it in your own agency. I've personally never been a fan of the Facebook Ads Manager, but I love using UpHex. Plus, the team is great and responds quickly to any questions I've had. By the way, another benefit is that the client themselves gets to run their own ads and they see what works and what doesn't. They don't turn around and blame you when you say, hey, I'm running this campaign this month, and they're wondering why they don't have new clients or good clients or leads. They're not blaming you. All they have to do is blame themselves, which is part of the next point. So benefits to client. Why would I have built my entire operation on the tools above after having it, for 10 years at that point when I made the switch? I restructured everything and built it on those 3 tools. Why? Here's why. Benefits to the client: software. It's more cost effective, cheaper than an agency. That means more money to spend. If they don't have to pay an agency, their marketing budget can be spent on ads, which it should be because it's like turning on a faucet to new business. Control. They're in 100% control of their marketing. No more wondering what their marketing agency is doing, and that's a big one, trust me. They're paying for software, not a service done by a human. They can, a human they can blame if they're not getting the results they want. Trust. They trust software more than they trust a human or an agency. Visibility. They can see at any time what's happening, and it's a tool. They have a tool that becomes part of their daily workflow month after month, just like having a computer or a phone or whatever else. They have a tool that they use. Now, benefits for you. Because they use this tool every day, they're going to keep paying you month after month. That is retention. That is how you grow your monthly recurring income, right? Monthly recurring revenue. Little to no work. If you're running pure SaaS, you don't have to fulfill any services or support. You've got HighLevel, HL Pro Tools, and UpHex doing all the heavy lifting for you. No updating software. HighLevel has an entire staff of programmers that provide the best up-to-date tools available, and they're always innovating and making it better. The HighLevel that I use today is way better than the HighLevel that I started with 3 years ago. No employees. With no services or support to fulfill, you don't have to grow a big team. Maybe you have 1 or 2 virtual assistants to offload admin stuff to, but the days where you brag about having 50 employees, those are over. The real way that you should brag these days is, I'm down to like 1 VA that helps me with the stuff that I need. Otherwise, everything else is automated via SaaS, right? No limit. You can take on as many clients as you can reach with no limit. Not true with a service-based agency where you have to get staff to do the work. And the massive profit margin, because it's software, of course, your margins are through the roof, like over 95%. So, are you starting to see why I love this business model so much? It means you can get started right now today with no prior experience. You just have to have a niche, an offer, and get busy talking to real business owners, which I show you how to do. And that's it. That's the entire model. I don't see it changing anytime soon. It's why I even have time to whip up content in this course for you, because those 3 tools, HighLevel, HL Pro Tools, and UpHex, are now a vital part of my business. And you can use the same tools and be profitable this very month. Now it's time for you to get started. Just do the steps outlined in the next section. You can learn more all about these tools in the links below this video and throughout the rest of the course. And because I talk about them so much. And why? Because they allow you to scale as fast and hard as you want while not having to worry about any of the fulfillment. And if you came from a freelancing world or an employee world, you know exactly what that means, and you know that it sucks. But you have to ask yourself, what do you want to offer your clients? If you really want to run a social media management company and post to LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter for your clients, you absolutely can. And the rest of this course will be totally relevant for you. If you want to scale your business quickly, provide some fantastic tools for your clients, demonstrate tangible ROI, and have greater lifetime value, retention, and get more referrals, then I recommend the SWAS model, software with a service, or SaaS model, software as a service, SWAS or SaaS, high-level plan, okay? Now, providing these tools and services is what the business owners need anyway. So let's be 100% clear. Business owners, your clients, they think they want to be on page 1 of Google. They think they want regular social media posting. They think they want a great website. That's because there's been 2 decades of agencies telling them that. What they really need is new business coming in. Sales, right? They need new contacts to reach out to them. They need to have more conversations with prospects. They need to have more people coming into their gym or salon, or getting a new roof, or getting a toilet fixed, or getting solar installed, or whatever, right? And here's where you say, but Sean, if I do SEO and get them to page 1 of Google, then they'll get more business. And I would say, yes, that's true. But there's a faster way to get them results. And I'll break that all down later when I go over the services to offer. But just imagine this. Instead of saying, okay, John, we're going to get started optimizing your website, and in 3 to 6 months, you're going to see some results. And hopefully we'll have you on page 1 of Google, and then you'll really start to see that business come in. Or, okay, Mary, we'll be writing a new blog post every day and posting them to your website, and you should see some traction in a couple of months. I'm telling you from personal experience, business owners are burned out on that. They don't want that anymore. This is what you do. You know, you might think that in that last example, I'm exaggerating a little bit. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that stuff doesn't work. It absolutely does. It's all part of a big online marketing game plan. But with how everything is now, business owners are watching every single outgoing expense like a hawk. They're looking for tangible ROI and fast. And what I'm sharing here is the best way to provide exactly that. So you can offer content creation, you can offer SEO, you can offer social media or whatever, it's your choice. But you might be going up against people like me that are pitching them automated client booking, automatic new 5-star reviews with sales dashboards and pipelines and so on, if that makes sense. Now, remember, one of my overall themes of this course is speed. This includes getting results quickly for your clients. So you can do the easy stuff first. Get some quick, immediate wins for your clients so they'll love you right out of the gate. When you put a website chat button on their website, for example, and then they get leads right away from traffic that they already had coming their way, then you're showing or proving to them your value. Then once they love you and need you, then you can help them scale up with ads and then offer other traditional stuff like SEO content and everything if you need to or want to. As you can tell, I'm pitching this stuff pretty hard because I feel like it's really the best solution for clients, for small business owners out there. That's what they really need. And it's what's going to be best for them is what's going to be best for you, and you'll be able to scale your business that much faster. So how much can you really make? Well, let me break that down for you right now. Disclaimer. Not everyone is going to make this much money. There's no guarantee as to how much you'll make. It all depends on how much you sell, what price you set your services at, your profit margin, and so on. I personally did not make $6,000 in my very first month. I did make over $2,000, but I didn't have a handy little course like this that gave me all of the shortcuts and cheat sheets. If I had what you have access now, I probably could have made much more, and I can get into why I think that later. But for even just starting off. But for now, just know it takes work on your part, or like I love to say all the time, hustle. So why $6,000 a month? Well, to quit your job. That's why. Because the latest stat in 2020 is the average household annual income in the United States was $67,520, or about $5,600 a month, right? I say you should set the goal of making at least $6,000 to be slightly above the national average. If you can get your business to make at least $6,000 in your very first month, or honestly, even half that, like 14 days, then you can scale up and be able to quit your job quickly. And that's what we're shooting for. We're working hard to free you up. So why $6,000 a month also? Because it's a number that that's realistic. I'm intentionally not telling you bigger numbers like make $100,000 a month or $1 million a year, because that might not be believable for you. But if I can break down how you can realistically make $6,000, then it is more believable for you and you'll be more motivated to make it happen. Hope that makes sense. If not, just ask me. Send me an email, Sean, S-E-A-N, at clonemydigitalbusiness.com. Now, $6,000 in your first month. This all depends on what kind of agency you want to set up. This is why I did the big breakdown of the agency models and why you need to decide right now what kind of model you'll choose. It's very realistic to get clients paying anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a month or more every single month. The good news, if you have a solid service that helps a business owner drive real revenue, they'll gladly pay you month after month. And spoiler alert, with what I'm showing you here in this course, you do. So keep in mind the higher prices that you see here, the more value that you'll need to provide. If you're going to use a pure SaaS model, like I'll show you below, then you charge less but get more clients, so volume. If you charge a higher price, then you may need to provide some services like pay per lead. So the business owner gets a solid return on investment and is happy to keep paying you each month. So like I said here, if you start at $1,500, if you want, again, going for that 6K goal, if you want $6,000 and you're doing lead gen, you can charge $1,500 a month. You only need 4. With a pure SaaS model, maybe you're charging $500. You need 12 to get to that. And then with software with a service, you need 6 at $1,000 each, or whatever prices you set. These are just some examples to get you brainstorming. Okay, even easier, right? Sell your first month of services for a relatively small amount, like $500, and be sure to build in a money-back guarantee. We'll talk more about this in the upcoming lesson. Then get the desired results, like the thing you sold them on, but in a big way. Really over-deliver. If you say we're going to get 10 new 5-star reviews, get them 20. And spoiler alert, HighLevel makes this all really, really easy. So then at the end of 30 days, like on day 31, you do a review with them. Show them the good results and how partnering with your agency is going to make them a ton of money. Then offer them an annual plan. Let's say you're fine with $500 a month. Offer them the option right there to pay for the entire year at $6,000. You just made $6,000 yourself. Or you could even offer them a discount and make it $5K, right? Give them 2 months for free, and then it's $5K. So now technically this is day 31, right? It's not in under 30 days. But you can keep doing that over and over and over. And that was just with one client. Imagine if you got even 2 or 3 or 4 clients that first month, and then they're all signing up with an annual plan at the end of that 30 days, right? You could be making 20 grand on day 31. Okay. That's just a little illustration. Now, the thing you got to do is imagine getting 2 clients in 1 month at $1,000 and then selling them the annual plan in month 2, right? So then that's $12,000. I hope you're starting to see like how the math is working. So also how this can add up for you while you're still offering a fantastic service for your clients. By the way, with that kind of revenue, it leaves you plenty to run your own ads, which I'll talk about later in the course. But as you can see how it tracks, the month stack and the money starts adding up every single month, okay? Some other pricing options that you can consider, and again, these are just to get your brain, brainstorming. You can do pure SaaS, like do it yourself. This is a $300 one-time setup fee plus $300 a month ongoing. Those numbers are just simple numbers. It could be $400, $500, $600, whatever. Pure SaaS, and you do a $300 setup fee plus an annual plan, so a 20% discount. You can do software with a service, so that's done with you, right? Let's say you do $2,000 onboarding and training. You teach them how to use the software. Plus, for monthly access to the software, it's $500 a month, and maybe you're offering a service with that. Then there's completely done for you. So let's say it's a $2,000 onboarding plus $1,000 a month ongoing, right, to do the work for them. Or let's say you just charge 3 months up front. Let's say it's $1,000 a month times 3 is $3,000. Or you can do packages. I'm going to talk about packages later on in the course, but look at the pattern there. Don't look at the numbers. There's $399, $499, $799. See the pattern? little, slightly bigger, big, or $5.99, $6.99, $11.99, right? So these are just some sample numbers to get you brainstorming. There are a ton of ways to do this, but as long as your client is seeing how your tools and services are an asset to them, as in making the money, then they'll gladly pay every single month. And that recurring income stacks up month after month, and is one of the reasons why I love this business model. Side note, if you see people charging a setup fee, other agencies, it's usually just to cover the cost of acquisition, aka the cost of running ads. If you can run ads and land a new client for, say, $300 and then charge them an annual plan at $3,000, you can scale that sucker fast. Can you, right now, I mean, think about it. Can you find a handful of business owners this month who want more money? You should. They're definitely out there and they need your help. So the key word here is to sell. And that goes along with working hard. So I hope I haven't scared you away with those two words, work hard and then sell. Like, let's just get the word out there. Getting 5 business owners to take advantage of a no-brainer offer in a 3-month period is just not that hard. And it all adds up super fast. And I'm going to talk about how to create an offer and how to sell coming up. But for now, start brainstorming how much you want to make and what kind of agency you want to have. And we'll fill in the rest as we go along. So a SaaS-based business digital marketing agency using AITools is one of the fastest, leanest, most profitable business models you can start right now this week, even if you've never had any experience with this business or any business for that matter. I should know because I tried and failed various ventures before, but I started my agency in 2010 and I struck gold and have been profitable ever since. And now the tools have made it easier than ever. So even a schmuck like me, if I can do it the hard way without all these great tools and software, then you for sure can do it. By the way, if you're looking at using HighLevel, which after everything I've shared, I can't imagine why you wouldn't, be sure to click on the link below. And you're going to find a whole bunch of links all throughout the course. You'll get a chance to try it out for yourself, and that's how you can clone my business and ideally get some amazing results for yourself right away, like new sales coming in. And the same goes for HL Pro Tools as well as UpX. If you decide you're going to clone my business, I want to offer you something, and you start with HighLevel, be sure to use my affiliate link. Obviously, I get a referral for that, but it also helps me provide this course to you for free. Right? I've put a lot of time in this, and I don't know how many minutes we're into this already, but I'm doing this for you. Well, like I said, it's for business owners, for you, and for me, right? But just to sweeten the deal for you, when you sign up with HighLevel or HL Pro Tools or Apex, just send me the email that you got, and then you and I will get on a Zoom call for a strategy session. You can use this time however you wish, but most people usually want to cover choosing a niche, setting the right prices, how to get the first few clients, and more. By the time you get off the call, whatever you want to talk about, you'll know exactly what to do next, right? And there's no cost for this call. It's 100% free. It's just to help you get started on the right foot. I used to do coaching. A couple of years in after having the course, some people approached me saying, hey, can you do coaching? I'll pay you extra. And I started doing coaching, for $150 a call. And I stopped that after a while just because it's my time. But because this is such an amazing opportunity, I've never seen this before, I'm offering that to you right now for free. One strategy session when you sign up with the links through my links that are all throughout this course, like a ridiculous amount all over the course, and that's why. So I'll give you sign up, I'll give you a strategy session, 100% free. Sound fair? Okay, side note, I'll see how long I can offer this. It depends on the amount of sheer numbers that come in. So my time is limited, and I do reserve the right to take this offer off the table if I feel I need to. So with that said, good, great. I know I've covered a ton in this lesson. So as always, if you have any questions or comment, just put them down below, or feel free to email me, Sean at clonemydigitalbusiness.com. And I will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, I will see you in the next lesson.